All right. Yes, peace, blessings. Hakia me here, the Success Scholar. Hope you were doing well. Hope you were wonderful. Happy Black Love Day to all my brothers and sisters and other loved ones out there. Appreciate you for always being a supporter of mine. Let me just show everybody out. Had a day scheduled out and I wanted to rock this shirt, but I wasn't able to get to it. Hold on, let me see. I just want you all to see. It says it's a Baltimore thing. If you don't like it, you know the exits. Now, somebody brought it to my attention that maybe it should have been Route 70, but it's 83, 95, 295, 301, and it says you can go home. Now, granted, I know some people may feel a certain way, but actually, I speak that in the context that for those that have opinions and emotional issues. I mean, and some may have legitimate critiques, but first and foremost, I know that many people dwell in the discussion surrounding uh, bringing more people in. Well, I'm not like, I mean, that's good. That's a good goal, good ambition. But I believe in strengthening the individuals that are already here, and that's what I do. So, with that being said, I wanted to promote a few things that's coming up here. So, a lot of amazing broadcasts. I have Sister Jennifer Ma'at joining us on Wednesday. So, we'll be talking about healthy heart health, and I think this is Heart Health Month, as well as having Sister Renee Miller coming up and talking about several trips to Tanzania. Well, definitely this Black Love Camp coming up. So we're looking forward to having Sister Renee. Let me make sure that's totally straight. Uh, so we're looking forward to that. But just a few days ago, we did a beautiful commemoration slash discussion about Black history in Baltimore. Many people may not know, but I currently um, love the image. I currently am a Central Committee member in District 44A, and I had planned to go and sign up today to run for a Central Committee for District 41, but something is going on with the technical difficulties at the Board of Elections today, so I won't be going there. But suffice to say, I want you all to uh, definitely keep me in your prayers as I continue to organize. I got one more strategic move here. And ultimately, I'm focusing on some business things, some entrepreneurial growth related things. So I'm very, very focused. Need to keep studying, keep learning, and keep networking and keep creating products. That's what it's about, creating the right products, creating the right relationships, educating oneself. But I want to give a shout out and encourage you all to get a copy of the National Black Unity newspaper. I do have a great article on page 32, and the next edition will be out towards March. No, actually, towards April. It's quarterly. So, without further ado, I wanted to share in District 44, there are many historic um, locations that you all definitely need to know and consider taking a BBH tour with Brother Lou Fields. But I didn't share my screen. Let me get to that. Share screen. Here we go. All right, here we go. So I'm getting ready to share the clip of Brother Lou Fields. It's only 10 minutes. Definitely check it out, and it'll be on all of my social media. So for you all that have not subscribed to my Raising Consciousness and Capital show, do so. We had a great interview uh, last week, actually 2 weeks ago. Well, actually, this was her show, but Raising the Vibes show. I definitely check her page out as well. I did an interview at New Vegan, so dropped some knowledge there. But Yeah, good things are happening. So definitely let me pull this up. Let me share my screen here. Okay. And press play. Hopefully, let me know if you see it. I'll mute
West
myself.
Lafayette Street and Drew Hill Avenue here at the historic Henry Highland Garnet Park. As you can see, the Marble Hill community. I'm here with Brother Lou Fields. Let me hold that for you, Lou. And this is the Henry Highland Garnet Park. And I'm going to let Lou Fields give an introduction and share just what the historic day is today in District 44A. My name is Haki Ami, Central Committee member. We're doing this for our Black History Month celebration. Lou Fields with BBH Tours has done historical tours throughout the city of Baltimore and all throughout Maryland, all over the country. So, good afternoon, Lou.
Hey, thank you, Brother Haki. Great to be here with the Success Scholar on such a historic date, February 12th, 2022. We got a lot of historic dates to remember on this date.
Mm-hmm.
And before we get into the talk about why this particular area, Drew Hill Avenue, is so very important. Back in the day, it was called the Gold Coast. So this is where the black doctors, lawyers, chiefs, all the big shots lived up and down this corridor.
Mm-hmm.
Even the civil rights people moved up in here. And this is around the turn of the century in the 1900s. After the Germans and the Jews and the whites moved westward, the blacks began to occupy this area known as Old West Baltimore. And the first place they occupied was when the whites began to desert and leave the churches. And then the blacks would move into those churches. As an example of Bethel AME Church, which is Four Corner Right, 1915, they moved in the church as soon as the whites moved out. But in this general area, it was the heartbeat of Baltimore, the soul of Black America. Historic Pennsylvania Avenue, Drew Hill Avenue again. The Mitchells live here, the civil rights leader. Today, February 12th, 1909 is when the NAACP started. So we're celebrating that historical date. 3 years later, in 1912, the Baltimore branch of the NAACP started on this very street right down here where we are.
Mm-hmm.
But today is a very
At
special
Bethel?
day. Yeah, today
Okay.
is a very special day. Probably was at Union Baptist.
Union. Okay, right.
But-
Thank you for that.
But
I wanted
Union
to
and
clarify.
Bethel and Shapley all right here, very historic churches.
Mm-hmm.
But today being February 12th, we're going to look back in time to February 12th, 1793, when Congress passed its first fugitive slave law dealing with Africans and African Americans running to freedom. In February 12th, 1793, Congress passed the first fugitive slave law. And moving on from there, February 12th, 1865, the first black person spoke before the United States Congress. And behind me, we're now going to tour the park named in his honor, and his name is Henry Highland Garnet. So let's show him the plaque right here that speaks to when the Mitchell family began to understand the historical impact of living in this block, the 1300 block of Drew Hill Avenue, and then also understanding the history of this park behind me being named after the great abolitionists. So let's go over here and look at the plaque, Heike.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the plaque right here. This is West Baltimore, Marble Hill, Lafayette, and Drew Hill Avenue. Tells you about the history of Henry Highland Garnet, born the son of an enslaved African chief. He was not born in Delaware. He was born in Kent County in 1815, but by 1823, his father and family escaped to New York. Henry went to school in New York, became a Presbyterian minister and an abolitionist. He was a contemporary of Frederick Douglass. They, as two runaways, two former enslaved persons from the state of Maryland, Douglass from Eastern Shore and Henry from Kent County, well, when they meet up as adults, they are not necessarily enemies, but they're on other sides of the political structure. Frederick Douglass preferred a moral persuasion politics to end slavery, where Mr. Henry Highland Garnet, 1843, Troy, New York, issued the famous speech calling for the violent overthrow of slavery. But going back to the day, February 12th, 1865, this brother became the first black man to speak before the United States Congress. This park is named after him in his honor. Look around how beautiful it is. Right across the street is historic Bethel AME Church. Across the street from that is Union Baptist Church. Around the corner is South Street Church. South Street Memorial United Methodist Church. And folks, what's happening here in the 1930s, 40s, 50s, almost up to the 60s, when blacks were being discriminated against, facing discrimination and prejudice and bigotry, Whites did not want them to come downtown. They could not try on dresses. Women couldn't try on shoes, hats. So it was a lot of segregation going on. So blacks saw this area, Old West Baltimore, as the perfect close vicinity to downtown. So as the whites moved westward, moving further west in Baltimore, like this is the 1300 block. When the whites began to move around the 1300 block, 1500 block, the blacks moved into this area. And for me and those of us in the travel and tourism industry, this is Maryland's most historic neighborhood. And what we're doing now, working with our young Mayor Scott, working with all the people who have the funding for the ARP money, we're asking them to reinvest in this neighborhood because here you have the only monument to Billie Holiday. You have the Avenue Market. You have Thurgood Marshall's home. You have Thurgood Marshall's school. You got Booker T. Washington Middle School right there. There used to be Eastern High School where the white girls went. And when the white girls moved up to the Eastern High School over in northwest Baltimore, the blacks moved into that school. Now it's been called all kinds of academies, etc. But anyway, as we walk through this park, what you'll begin to see, it's a wonderful park. We're doing the day. People can have lunch, come out and talk. And as you can see again, the historic row houses of Baltimore. This is the very block where Billy Carroll Jackson, the leader of the NAACP, Juanita Jackson Mitchell, her daughter, Clarence Mitchell Jr., her husband, and also Thurgood Marshall, but have their weekly, daily meetings on fighting corruption, fighting discrimination. And so I want to take you over here to this plaque right over here. And let you go take a look at this plaque. This plaque is very important. It's in honor of the great Reverend Dr. Vernon Nathaniel Dobson. He was one of the Goon Squad members. And back during the 50s and 60s, he was a civil rights leader who marched from Selma to Montgomery with Dr. King. He helped desegregate Green Oak Park, founded the Maryland Food Bank, co-founded the Baltimore United and Leadership Bill, which is still kicking, going good today, established the Union Baptist Church Child First Head Start Center, Child First Campaign, and served as senior pastor of Union Baptist Church for how many years? 39 years. Come on around here a little more, and you can see when this was dedicated, October 4th, 2013. And so when you talk 44A, you're talking the most historic African American district in the state of Maryland, because we've been here for over, 8 decades? So we got up here in 1920. It's almost 10 decades now, almost 100 years. 1915, 2022, over 100 years we've been here. And you can see the names of the people who made things happen. Lily Mae Carroll Jackson, Clarence Mitchell Jr., Juanita Mitchell, and look at Pine Mitchell. They all were right here in Old West Baltimore. Pine becomes the first black from Maryland to go to the United States Congress. That's 1970. Then they dedicated it to Marion Blackwell, preservationist visionary, founder of the Marble Hill Community Association. She did all of this, was dedicated October 4th, 2013. So what you got here, Brother Aki, you got a wonderful historic area that because of integration, blacks were able to move uptown. This area began to be a little deserted. It's still holding on strong. It is on life support, but it's holding on strong. Look at these wonderful houses across the street. Just think about a Thurgood Marshall walking through here. Clarence Mitchell Jr., Juanita Jackson, Reverend Harvey Johnson, talking Pine Mitchell, even Kwame Nkrumah. That's where he grew up at. Our parent Congress.
Yes.
Elijah Cummings lived around the corner on McCullough Street.
Yes, sir.
Also, right on McCullough Street, 1522, was the home of Donald Murray. So when you talk 44A, you're talking some real historic facts.
Yes, sir.
Who was Donald Murray? Well, when Thurgood Marshall graduated from Lincoln and wanted to go to law school, the University of Maryland Law School denied him admission. Thurgood got his law degree from Howard. One of the first cases he took was to desegregate the University of Maryland. Who was his first client to do that? Donald Murray. Where did he live? 2 blocks around this corner. So when you say District 44A, you're talking some real history. So when you're in Annapolis at a Lawyer's Mall and you see the Thurgood Marshall statue under justice, equal justice under the law, the two little kids represent the 1954 Brown versus Board of Education. The man sitting over there is actually representing Donald Murray. His house is right around the corner in the 1500 block. So again, this is Lou Field BBH Tours. You can find us at BDX live.biz, again, BDXlive.biz, and we do these historical tours. So if you want to teach and reach, come to 44A and think about the history that's here. Thank you, Brother Aki.
All right.
All right, all right. That was nice. That is nice. Okay, so definitely hope you all. Looks like my glasses are crooked. Wait a minute. What is that? Sorry, let me kill this share screen here. All right. So hopefully you all had enjoyed that discussion there. So definitely appreciate the opportunity. Of course, and just remember we have a few events coming up with the Teaching Artists Institute. I had an amazing interview with Sister Zoe in the Virginia area. She's on Fox 5, so and some other stations. So 6.2 million households. So that was really cool. So that interview is going to be coming up really soon. And also coming up, Drum Dance 2022. That's October 19th through the 29th. That's in Tanzania. And the Summer Learning Institute. Let's see. First, that will be partially in the Gambia as well as in Tanzania. So lots of great things coming up, but a little closer to home. Of course, as I mentioned, I was going to go today down to the Board of Elections and register for District 41, but they have technical difficulties, so I'm not able to do that. But other than that, it's time to enhance and create, expand the entrepreneurial pie. And I have a good book I'm going to be taking with me over the next few weeks. But I wanted to also offer anyone, if you want a getaway, a free getaway for a weekend down in Virginia, all right, let me know. I'm offering a free getaway weekend giveaway, shall I say, for 3 days, 2 nights, and it's free. And you can get a compensated $100 to go down to Virginia for a few nights. So please give me your number, 410, or call me on my number, 410 209 9687. Again, 410 209 9687 for your free getaway. But let me show you the National Black Unity newspaper. I hope this is the right edition. Here it is, yes. And hopefully I can get Mr. Murphy on, but this is the newspaper. And let me bring up my story real fast. Yes, read what the Success Gala has dropping. All right, there it is. There we go. We got a picture of Bishop Desmond Tutu, Officer Kiana Holly, and myself in Tanzania with Mama Day, and the other picture of Kwanzaa. So we just had a whole page. Yes, I got a whole page. Man, that's a lot. True. Dropping a full page there. So, all right. So that's about all I wanted to address here. Enjoy your day. Happy Black Love Akoma Day. Akoma means love in Twi in Ghana, West Africa. All right. Peace. Oh, yeah, I got you. Somebody just asked about the giveaway. I can hit you up. I'll put out the number. Well, hit me up or send me a text, but no, I know who you are, but I'll definitely text you the information 3 days, 2 nights getaway, and for you, your family, whoever. So, all right, we are out. We are out. Thank you all for tuning in. Haki Ami, the Success Scholar. Go to successscholarhaki.com, successscholarhaki.com. We out. Peace. Okay.